Hello everyone and very good afternoon once again. So in today's class, we are going to start with our new topic that is linear inequalities. So let's see who all are live now. Ms. Rom Gupta, Komal Preet, Venkat Lakshmi, Rohani, Kriti, Manisha, Vani Gupta, Mohammed Shoaib. Great. So in today's session, we are going to complete inequalities. Equalities, that is equation we had completed in the previous session. So equation means when two things are equal, like x is equal to 5. That means the value of x is 5. That was equation when something is equal. But here it means inequality. In case of inequality, it can be either more than or it can be less than. या तो इसमें ज्यादा वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है या फिर कम. Let's take a simple example. अगर आपसे किसने पूछा कि आपकी एक्सपेक्टेड सैलरी क्या है और आपका आंसर है 50,000 से ज्यादा, 50,000 से ज्यादा मिलना चाहिए. अब ज्यादा कितना, वो कितना भी हो सकता है, देयर इज नो लिमिट, लेकिन 50,000 से ज्यादा मिलना चाहिए. तो दिस इज मोर देन 50,000 इज नोन एज इनइक्वालिटी. सिमिलरली कोई भी चीज अगर हम परचेज करते हैं, मान ले अगर हम मार्केट में अगर कुछ परचेज कर रहे हैं, अगर आपने ऐसा बोला 10 किलो से ज्यादा चाहिए, तो ज्यादा कितना, 11 12, उसमें कोई ना कोई हमें लिमिट लगानी पड़ती है. सो इन केस ऑफ इनइक्वालिटी देयर मे बी सम लिमिट और मे नॉट बी द लिमिट, बट इट इज ऑलवेज द केस ऑफ मोर देन और लेस देन. ओके, so let us begin with the basic example. Inequality are the statement where two quantities are unequal. The quantities are not equal, but then also a relationship exists between them. Like A is greater than B. A is greater than B. Or we can say that Ram is earning more than Rohit. Earning of Ram is more than Rohit. Or you can say height of Sheetal is less than height of Soumya. So all these are comparisons and these are known as inequalities. Someone is greater, other one is smaller. So if a producer requires certain type of raw material for his factory and there is upper limit in the availability of the raw material, then the decision which he takes about production should involve this constraint also. In short, अगर आप किसी फैक्ट्री में goods manufacture कर रहे हैं and you require some raw material. Now you have told that मुझे 50 kg से ज्यादा raw material चाहिए. You require raw material more than 50 kg. अगर आपने ये ऑर्डर लगा दिया, that means how much quantity you will receive. You may receive 55 kg, 60 kg, 100 or even 1000 kg, because each and every figure which is more than 50 is covered here. Therefore, we have to include one upper limit also. So sometimes we use upper limit also. We require more than 50 kg, but less than 60 kg. We require raw material more than 50 kg, but less than 60 kg. So both the limits are applicable at some places. Now, what about graphs? You might have learned the number line in the lower classes. Same we have to study here on the graph paper. So Manisha is asking some previous exercise doubts that we will be taking on the application. So we will be discussing there. Now, any linear function which involve inequality sign is a linear inequality. So ऐसा कोई भी function जहां पर inequality का sign involved होगा, उसे हम क्या बोलेंगे? Linear inequality. Like x is more than 0. Or you can write x is more than equal to 0. Now, दोनों में एक difference. दोनों में क्या difference है? In first case, x is more than 0. So 0 is not included. Only values greater than 0 are included. So 1, 2, 3, and so on. Everything will be covered, but not 0. In other case, x is greater than equal to 0. It means 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So 0 will also be included here. 0 will also be included here. So this is the main difference. So you have to be very careful while using the sign, whether it is greater than or greater than equal to. Here both signs are used, greater than and then equal to. If we say we require x less than 0, less than 0 means -1, -2, -3, and so on. So 0 is not included, but all those values which are less than 0, that will be covered. Then x is less than equal to 0. That means equal to 0, so 0 will be included, and all the values less than 0 are also included. So this is the main difference. Okay. So now how to mark this on a number line? इसको number line पे आप कैसे mark करेंगे? So let us make a line. This is a line. Let's make arrow line. Okay. So on this line, now we have to see what are the figures 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. -1, -2, -3, and so on. Now, if you have to mark, let's say x is greater than equal to 0, then how you will mark? You will mark in this way. 0 will also be included. So from 0 to infinite. It will move from 0 to infinite because 0 is covered here. This is x greater than equal to 0. But in other case, if it is another line, so let's mark numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3. Now, if you have to mark x greater than 0, so 0 is not covered here. So you have to leave some space for 0 and then you have to begin. So this will be your shaded area. तो ये आपका क्या रहेगा? Shaded area. Okay. So in case of greater than 0, this portion you have to leave. Whereas in this case, x greater than equal to 0, so 0 will be included. 0 will be included. And in second case, 0 is not included. Okay. Kushal is asking weightage of the chapter. The chapter normally carries 1 mark. On an average, 1 question comes from this chapter. Sometimes 2 can come, but average, if I see the average, average is 1. So in this way, we can mark greater than 0 or greater than equal to 0. Now, if you have to mark on the graph, then how you will be marking? Because this is on the number line. But if you are talking about the graph, then how will the shaded area work? Let's make the graph also. Shapes and then graph. So this is the graph. On the graph, you already know that this is y-axis and this is x-axis. On the opposite side, it will be x dash, and in the bottom, it will be y dash. Center will be 0. Center will be 0. Now, if you have to mark x greater than equal to 0, x greater than equal to 0, then you have to include 0 also. So now, how you will mark this? X should be greater than 0. So on x-axis, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is -1, -2, -3. Then for y-axis, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Y dash, -1, -2, -3, -4. Now here you have to see what is the value of x. X is greater than 0. So greater than as well as equal to 0. So 0 will be included. You have to include 0 also. Then you have to include 1, 2, 3, and so on. So each and everything you have to include. So it will begin from here 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. But this is not a line, this is a graph. So this whole complete area will be covered. This whole complete area will be covered. All these are more than equal to 0. All these are more than equal to 0. Because here x greater than equal to 0 is given. If you have to draw, let's say x greater than 0, then you have to leave behind. Let's make some space. So now let us mark here again x-axis. So this is y-axis and y dash. X-axis and then x dash. Middle will be 0. Now again 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the positive axis. On left hand side, this is negative axis. Bottom is also negative. Okay. Now, if you have to mark x greater than 0, then you have to leave a certain portion. You have to begin from here. So in this way, we will be marking the shaded area. The initial portion, starting वाला portion आपको blank रखना पड़ेगा. Okay. तो starting वाला जो portion है, that will remain blank. So ये वाला जो portion है, this will be blank. Because x is not equal to 0. X is more than 0. So this starting portion, initial portion, you will have to leave blank. So let's see in the book also. The first case is for x greater than 0. So we have left a margin on this axis. In second case, x is greater than equal to 0. So no margin is left out. कुछ भी हमने नहीं छोड़ा है. Right? Then comes x greater than 0 as well as y also greater than 0. दोनों की ही वैल्यू क्या है? Greater than 0 है. Then there will be a limitation. As we know, y in bottom area is negative. So we don't have to include negative portion of y. So this lower portion gets rejected. X is also positive, y is also positive. So this first quadrant is applicable. So always, as we already know, but let's discuss once again. As we know, this is the first quadrant. This is the first quadrant. In this first quadrant, both x and y are positive. In the second quadrant, x becomes negative, but y becomes positive. In third quadrant, x is negative, y is also negative. And in the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. Okay. So this was the basic thing which we already know, but we have just covered once again for easiness. Okay. Now let us see how linear inequation look like. If we say 3x plus y less than 6. So now in place of equal to, there is a sign of inequality. In place of equal to, there is a sign of inequality. So this inequality sign denotes, less than here. So this is a sign of less than. 3x plus y is less than 6. Now, if we have to form a diagram, we have to form a graph with the help of this line, then how it is possible or what are the steps to solve? So let us understand with the help of this example. So we are having the inequality 3x plus y is less than 6. Now let us convert this first into equality. What is the first step? Convert this into equality. If this is equal, then we are writing equal to sign. Now y is equal to 6 minus 3. Okay, this is the first step. Now after this, you have to form a table. X and then y. Now, if the value of x is 1, then what will be the value of y? So you have to put 1 here in place of x. So 6 minus 3 into 1 will give 3. If we put, let's say, 2 in place of x, then what will happen? 6 minus 3 into 2, it will give 0. So when x is 1, y is 3. When x is 2, y is 0. Now you have to plot this on the graph. You have to plot this on the graph. So let us plot. This is the graph, and on this we are marking 0, 1, 2, and then 3. This is x-axis. Then again here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is y-axis. So all the values are positive. So we have written just positive numbers for understanding. Now we have to plot. Take x1 and y3. You have to take x equal to 1 and y equal to 3. So here you can see that this is the point where x is 1 and y is 3. X is 1 and y is 3. Second, x is 2 and y is 0. So this is the point where x is 2 and y is 0. Now you can connect them with the help of a scale. You can draw the line. Now line can be drawn. So let us extend this line also. So in this way, you have to form the graph. Now, but the question does not end here. अभी हमारा question यहाँ finish नहीं हुआ. अभी हमने क्या mark किया है? This is an equation y is equal to 6 minus 3x. Now there is the use of inequality. Inequality का use अब होगा. कैसे use होगा? You have seen that the sign here is less than 6. Less than 6 का मतलब इस line के अंदर आएगा. As we might have studied budget line in economics. अगर कोई भी एक्सपेंस आप बजट से कम करते हैं दैट विल बी लाइन बिलो दिस लाइन. कोई भी एक्सपेंडिचर इस लाइन से अंदर ही रहेगा. So similarly here the sign is less than 6. So you have to mark the inside area, the complete inside area. This is the solution. So you can see the area is 3x and the shaded region is the left hand side area. So if it is, you can say less than sign, then you have to mark towards 0, towards 0. Or you can say that you have to mark inside area. इस लाइन के अंदर वाला जो एरिया है that you have to mark. All right. This is the first thing. So everybody understood till here? Because I'm running very slow in the initial part because these are the basics. If you understand the basics, then you can form the inequality. You can plot the inequality on the graph. So basics are very much important. Okay, so let us take one more example. This one. Example number 1, we can start with. Now here there are multiple equations. X greater than equal to 0. And one more equation for x is there. One more equation for x is there. That is how much? X less than 6. So you can write here x greater than 0 and x is less than 6. Now, if we plot this, only these two equations we are talking about. If we plot this, it will look like the first one, first diagram. You can see this. This is 0 and here it is 6. Now, value of x lies from 0 to 6. So, all these are the shaded area. This is from 0 to 6. Now, if we talk for the y, for y, it is y greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 7. So y की value 0 से तो ज़्यादा है, but up to 7 है. So it lies from 0 to 7. 0 will be included and 7 will also be included. So it will be, this is 7 and here it is 0. And all these values are from 0 to 7. 0 to 7. Now we have to merge all these equations and form one single graph. Okay, so in examination, you don't have to draw. In examination, options will be given and you have to see which is the correct option or the shading for which graph is correct. Okay, so now we have to plot all these 5 equations together on a single graph. Then how to do? Then you can form the table where both the variables are given. तो जहां पर दोनों वेरिएबल एक साथ में गिवन है उसके लिए आप पहले टेबल बना लें. तो x plus y less than equal to 12. First step is convert this into equality. X plus y equal to 12. Conversion हो गया. Then you have to form the table x, y. If you put x as let's say 0, then y becomes 12. And if you put y 0, then x becomes 12. Then x becomes 12. So in this way, you can find out any two values. अब कुछ भी रखें. If you put, let's say, x equal to 1, y will be 11. If you put x equal to 2, y will become 10. You can put any value of your choice. No problem. Okay? You can put any value. There is no problem. Now you have to form the graph. So let's make the graph. Now on this graph, let's make the number line x, x dash, y, y dash, Now you require value up to 12. So we cannot write 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up to 12. We can take a gap of 3. We can take a scale of 3. So 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. Here also 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. This we have written. Now plot this. X is 0 and Y is 12. So X is 0 and Y is 12. This is the first point. And second one is reverse. X 12, Y 0. So here it is X 12 and Y 0. Now let us mark this on the graph. So this is the equation of line X plus Y equal to 12. Now, what was the sign? Greater than or less than? Now, sign is very much important. If it says less than equal to 0, less than means inside area, अंदर वाला area required है. Now we have to find out the common area of all these equations. इन सारी equation का common area आपको required है. So you have marked x plus y less than equal to 12. So this is the area. और इसके according कौन सा required area रहेगा? Inside वाला. This inside portion, this is the inside portion because x plus y is less than 12. जब भी less than का साइन होगा, we will be moving towards 0. 0 की तरफ जाना है, अंदर की तरफ जाना है. All right. Now it says, please explain how you have merged again. See, I have not started merging yet. I have just explained the first inequality. Now we have to merge now. Now the second value. What is the second value? X lies from 0 to 6. The value of x is more than 6. More than 0. So this is more than 0. Okay, more than equal to 0. This is for x. But it says less than 6. So this is the 6. So we require less than 6. So this is less than 6. So more than 0, but less than 6. Similarly, y is also there. So y says y is greater than 0, but less than equal to 7. So y also you can say greater than 0, but less than 7. So 7 will come somewhat here. 7 will come here. So it will be inside area. Less than 7. Less than 7 means inside. So now we have to see the common area for all of them. Common area for all of them. इन सारी inequalities के लिए एक साथ में आपको common area select करना है. Now we'll see inside area. Then from here it is inside. From here also it is inside. And here also it is inside. And from here it is outside because it is more than 0. So this becomes the required area. Now we can shade this. So this is the final answer. This is the merged answer. Then Sakshi Pandey is asking, दोनों में 12 को क्यों mark किया है? Because points are 12 only. 0 is x, 12 is y, and when 12 is x, 0 is y. So therefore, we have marked both the 12s. Okay. All right. So this we have done the merging portion. Now you can see this is the required area which we have drawn. This is given as per book, and the same we have drawn here also. The same diagram we have drawn here. So in this way, you can prepare. Ruhani says absolutely clear. Riya Kumari says all clear. Okay. So merging के अंदर क्या important है? More than and less than. तो जब भी आपका साइन लेस देन का है या लेस देन इक्वल टू का है, then you have to mark inside area. अंदर वाला एरिया मार्क करना है. And when it is more than equal to sign, then you have to mark outside area. Outside area. Okay. Vishal Sharma says हमें मैथ्स की कॉपी लानी चाहिए. Yes, of course. You have to prepare your notebooks and do all your questions in that notebook. जितना ज्यादा आप नोटबुक में करेंगे उतना ज्यादा बेटर रिजल्ट रहेगा. This is the path record. So all you can follow this. Now, this common region is known as the feasible region. इस common area को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Feasible region बोलते हैं. Or it is also known as the solution set. That is, this is the final answer. Or the polygonal convex set. Meaning is same. Terms are different. Meaning is same. So the area marked is known as the feasible region, or the solution set, or the polygonal convex set. Now a region is said to be bounded. अब इसको bounded कब कहा जाएगा? If it can be totally included within a very large circle. The shaded region enclosed by the deep line in the previous diagram is bounded since it can be included within a circle. तो जिसके हर तरफ बाउंड्री बनी है, जिसके हर तरफ कोई ना कोई बाउंडेड, और अगर किसी एक साइड से भी वो अप टू इनफाइनाइट एक्सटेंड हो रहा है, then it is not bounded. So bounded का मतलब जहां पे हर तरफ बाउंड्री बनी है, जिसके हर तरफ बाउंड्री बनी है, that is known as bounded region. Now the objective function. जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन आता है तो उसमें कोई ना कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव होगा. नाउ ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या हो सकता है? कुछ चीजें मैक्सिमाइज होगी या फिर कुछ चीजें मिनिमाइज होगी. डिपेंड्स ऑन द सिचुएशन. लाइक इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मार्क्स, देन व्हाट इज आवर इंटेंशन? टू मैक्सिमाइज द मार्क्स. प्रोडक्शन, फैक्ट्री में प्रोडक्शन क्या करना है? हमें मैक्सिमाइज करना है ऑलवेज. सैलरी, सैलरी क्या होनी चाहिए? अगर हम लेने वाले के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखते हैं, लेबर के पर्सपेक्टिव से, एम्प्लॉय के पर्सपेक्टिव से, तो सैलरी शुड बी मैक्सिमम. टाइम कंजम्पशन, किसी भी गुड्स को बनाने में जो टाइम लगने वाला है, टाइम शुड बी मिनिमम. कॉस्ट, कॉस्ट शुड बी मिनिमम. सो ऑलवेज इन की फैक्टर्स को देख करके हम पता लगा सकते हैं द फंक्शन शुड बी मैक्सिमाइज और मिनिमाइज. ओके. सेल्स, तो सेल्स ऑफ कोर्स ज्यादा होनी चाहिए, तो इट शुड बी मैक्सिमाइज. तो यू कैन ऑलवेज think by yourself whether it will be maximized or minimized. Saima Praveen says, thank you so much, sir. All crystal clear. You are amazing. That's great. Janvi says, all easy. Pallavi Ghosh says, linear equality तो class 11 में था, वही है. Yes, it is exactly the same thing. Right. So in case it is profit, so profit will be maximized. तो ऐसे सारे केस में आपको इजीली पता लग जाएगा इट विल बी मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम. ना जब भी क्वेश्चन आएगा तो क्वेश्चन को आपको इनइक्वालिटी को इक्वालिटी में कन्वर्ट करके ग्राफ पे प्लॉट करना है, और ग्राफ पे प्लॉट करने के बाद वी हैव टू मार्क द रीजन. रीजन आपने मार्क कर दिया. अब वहां से कुछ पॉइंट्स कैलकुलेट होंगे. दैट पॉइंट्स कैन बी कंप्यूटेड. अब वो पॉइंट्स कैसे कंप्यूट होंगे, दैट वी विल बी डूइंग इन सम फर्दर क्वेश्चंस. So let's do the example. A manufacturer produces two products A and B and has his machine in operation for 24 hours a day. Now machine का operation है, it is for 24 hours. Production of A requires 2 hours of processing on machine 1. So there are two products, product A and product B. So you can form a table if you require for easiness. So production A requires 2 hours on machine M1 and 6 hours on machine M2. So we can write products A. It will go on machine 1 as well as machine 2. Machine 1 will take how much time? 2 hours. And machine 2 will take 6 hours. Production of B requires 6 hours in machine M1 and 2 hours in machine M2. तो इतना इतना उसको टाइम लग रहा है. तो प्रोडक्ट ए दोनों मशीन पे जाएगा 1 and 2. प्रोडक्ट बी दोनों मशीन पे जाएगा 1 and 2. So it requires certain time, 2 hours and then 6 hours. Now the manufacturer earned a profit of ₹5 on each unit of A. A जब हम मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं तो प्रॉफिट पर यूनिट आता है कितना? ₹5 in case of A and ₹2 in case of B. ₹2 का प्रॉफिट आता है in case of B. Now how many units of each product should be produced? तो हमें कितने यूनिट्स बनाने चाहिए एक दिन में to achieve the maximum profit, ताकि प्रॉफिट हमारा क्या हो जाए? मैक्सिमाइज हो जाए. So this we have to answer. Right? Now, now according to this, our requirement is to achieve maximum profit. So profit should be maximized or minimized? Of course, maximize. Therefore, we will be writing maximize. Now we have to write the objective function. Our objective is to maximize. And objective is denoted by Z. So Z is equal to 5x1 plus 2x2. Now what is x1 and x2? We have taken, let x1 be the number of units of type A and x2 be the units of type B. x1 number of units है type A के and x2 number of units है for type B. So Z equal to 5x1 plus 2x2. So in place of x1 and x2, we have to simply write the units. और जैसे आप unit डालेंगे, you will get your profit. So this is known as objective function. So Z equal to 5x1. 5 क्या है? Profit per unit in case of product A. And 2 क्या है? Profit per unit in case of product B. Right? Now what are the constraints? हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ limitation होती है. यहाँ लिमिटेशन क्या है? मैन्युफैक्चरर इज हैविंग 24 आवर्स इन अ डे. तो एक दिन में 24 घंटे हैं एंड 24 आवर्स में हमें कितने यूनिट्स बनाने हैं? दिस वी हैव टू आंसर. सो फॉर मशीन 1 वी से दैट देयर इज अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ 24 आवर्स. तो मशीन 1, तो फर्स्ट वन फॉर मशीन 1, what is the limitation? 2 hours will go on x1 and 6 hours will go on x2 per unit, and the total time available is less than 24. 24 से ज्यादा time available नहीं है. Similarly, if we talk about machine 2, machine 2 works 6 hours on x1 and 2 hours on x2, and total time available is also less than 24. Now these are the two inequalities. Now one more thing, that is by default we have to always use that inequality, that is x1 should be greater than equal to 0, because number of units for A can be greater than 0, can be equal to 0, but they cannot be negative. कोई भी आउटपुट कभी भी नेगेटिव नहीं हो सकता. It can be 0, 5, 10, 20, 100. but it cannot be minus 5, cannot be minus 10. So output, that is x1, should be greater than equal to 0. Also, output 2, x2 should also be greater than equal to 0. This always we have to use. So this becomes your final answer. First is maximize. This is the objective function and subject to constraints. Constraints means limitation. So this is the first limitation, then second limitation, and then third limitation. All right. Now, if you want to prepare the graph, then we have to form the table. And for the formation of table, we have to convert this into equality sign. So 2x1 plus 6x2 equal to 24. So x1, x2. Now, if you put x2 as, let's say, 4, you can put anything of your choice. बट ऐसी वैल्यू पुट करें जिसका आंसर डेसिमल में ना आए और इजी वैल्यू आ जाए. तो x2 में आपने अगर रख दिया 4, then what will be your result? x1 will become 0. And if you put, let's say, x2 equal to 0, x2 को अगर आपने 0 रख दिया, what will be x1? x1 will be 12. This becomes your table. 0 and 4, 12 and 0. Vidisha says, can I take x and y in place of x1, x2? Yes, no problem. You can take anything. Okay. So today I am going very, very slow because most of the people are finding very slow today. But yes, I am going very slow so that you don't find any difficulty in this chapter. Okay. Now you have to mark the graph. So let's prepare the graph. Now on this graph, we require value up to 12. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Here also, let's mark 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. Now we have to mark x1 as 0 and x2 4. x1 0 and x2 4. So this becomes the area, first point. Then x1 12 and x2 0. Now we can mark with the help of a ruler. Now similarly, second also we can draw. The second equation is 6x1 plus 2x2 equal to 24. The same thing applies here also. If you put x1 0, you will get x2 12. And if you put x2 0, you will get x1 4. So x1 is 0 and x2 is 12. So we can mark here. This is 12. And here it is 4. Now again with the help of ruler, you can mark this. So let's mark. Okay. These are the two inequalities. Now also other constants x1 and x2 should be greater than 0. That means they will be positive. So it will remain positive. This also positive. So the shaded area, this becomes our shaded area. This is the complete shaded area. All right. Ritu is asking, can we take 4 in place of 2? Yes, you can take any number in x1 and x2 and you can solve. Result will be same. So this is the shaded area. Now, the question doesn't end here. So this is the complete question we are doing. In examination, you don't have to do all this in one single question. This single question can be broken up into 3, 4 parts, even 5 parts. So this we are doing for the concept clearance. Okay. So now let us mark them. Let's say it is A, B, this point is C, and let's say this is D. These are the 4 points. Now you have to mark the coordinates of all these 4 points. 0, 0, 4, 0. This is 3, 3, and this is 4, 0, 4. 0, 4. Now, what is the last step now? The objective function which you have prepared. जो ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन आपने बनाया था दैट इज 5x1 प्लस 2x2. अब इसके अंदर आपको वैल्यू पुट करनी है. नाउ द फर्स्ट वैल्यू इज a 0 and 0. अगर आपने कुछ भी नहीं बनाया then what will be the profit? Profit will be 0. What about B option? B option says 0, 4. So 5 into 0 plus 2 into 4 will give you profit of rupees 8. C is 3, 3. So 5 into 3 plus 2 into 3. This time you are getting 21. And the last one, 4, 0. So z equal to 5 into 4 plus 2 into 0. You are getting 20. अभी आपको क्या देखना है? You have to see what is the maximum. So 21 is highest. So this is the maximum profit. Therefore, you have to go with point number C, that is 3 units of A and 3 units of B. So अगर आप दोनों के 3 units बनाएंगे, you will get maximum profit. Okay. So in this way, you can maximize your profit. Now the next example requires only preparation of inequality. Next one require only preparation of inequality. So exam में कैसा question आएगा? A paragraph will be given and you have to form inequality. Or inequality will be given. You have to see which graph is correct. So these 2-3 varieties are applicable for exams. So let us understand this example number 3. A company produces 2 products, A and B. Product A and product B. Each of which requires processing in 2 machines. दोनों की processing 2 machines पे required है. The first machine can be used for at most 60 hours. So first machine का maximum usage 60 है, whereas second machine को हम use कर सकते हैं for at most 40 hours. At most means 40 तक use कर सकते हैं, उससे ज़्यादा possible नहीं है. And at most 60 means 60 से कम हो सकता है, but इससे ज़्यादा possible नहीं है. Then product A requires 2 hours on machine 1 and 1 hour on machine 2. तो दो तरह की मशीन है. तो प्रोडक्ट A को रिक्वायर्ड है 2 hours मशीन फर्स्ट पे and 1 hour मशीन 2 पे. जबकि प्रोडक्ट B को रिक्वायर है 1 hour on machine 1 and 2 hours on machine 2. Now you have to express this into linear inequalities. तो linear inequalities में कैसे एक्सप्रेस करना है? Let us understand that. So first of all, फर्स्ट कांस्टेंट क्या है मशीन 1 के लिए? सो कांस्टेंट इज फॉर मशीन 1 and machine 2. Product A and then product B. It is always better to form the table so that you can easily form inequalities. So machine A required 2 hours on machine 1 and 1 hour on machine 2. B required 1 hour on machine 1 and 2 hours on machine 2. Now the constant for machine 1 is maximum 60 hours and constant for machine 2 is maximum 40 hours. So now let us form the first inequality. So 2 of x1, 1 of x2, or you can take x and y, and it is less than equal to 60. So let us take the number of units for A, B, x, number of units for B will be y. So first constant 2x plus y is less than equal to 60. Similarly, you can form the second constant also, x plus 2y, and it should be less than equal to 40. This becomes the second inequality. And also by default, two things will come together, that is x and y should be greater than equal to 0 because they cannot be negative. Now fourth is quite similar. A fertilizer company produces two types of fertilizers called grade 1 and grade 2. This is grade 1 and second one grade 2. Each of these types process through two critical chemical plant units. दोनों का process कहाँ से होता है? प्लांट्स के थ्रू होता है. प्लांट ए के पास एक लिमिट है. कितने लिमिट है प्लांट ए की? 120 आवर्स इन अ वीक, जबकि प्लांट बी की लिमिट है 180 आवर्स इन अ वीक. So manufacturing of one bag of grade 1, अगर हम ग्रेड 1 का एक बैग बनाते हैं तो उसको 6 घंटे लगते हैं प्लांट ए में एंड 4 आवर्स लगते हैं प्लांट बी में फॉर द ग्रेड 1. Whereas grade 2 के लिए 3 hours in plant A and 10 hours in plant B. इस पूरे को आपको लिखना है in terms of inequalities. So let us write. So let's take A and B, number of units x and y. Then it is grade number 1, grade number 2. So plant A requires 120, plant A has 120 hours. So you can see availability 120 hours for plant A and 180 hours for plant B. Grade 1 requires 6 hours in plant A and 4 hours in plant B. Then for one bag of grade 2, 3 hours in plant A, 10 hours in plant B. Itna time required hai. Now you can form the constant equation. So this will become the first equation using 6, 3 and 120. So 6 of x plus 3 of y should be less than equal to 120. And second will be 4 of x plus 10y should be less than equal to 180. These are the two basic inequalities. Okay. So in this way, it is always better to form the table first, and after that you can form inequalities. Now, example 5, it requires using the inequality, you have to mark the common region on the graph. So first of all, it is better to form the table, and after that you start marking. So if you take first inequality 5x1 plus 4x2, you can equate with 9. Now one by one put the values. If x1 becomes 0, x1 की प्लेस पे आपने रखा 0, तो x2 कितना आएगा 9/4. And if you put x2 as 0, then what will be x1? It will be 9/5. So 0 and 9/4 and 9/5 comma 0. So these are the two values for the first. Similarly, for second inequality, x1 plus x2 greater than equal to 3. Now add them, form the table x1 and x2. If x1 is 0, x2 becomes 3. And if x2 becomes 0, x1 becomes 3. So this way you can form the table. Now, after the formation of table, you have to mark the area. You have to mark the area. So this is the first one, first line, and this is your second one. Now, after this, you have to mark the area. Now, in both the cases, it is more than equal to, more than equal to. Therefore, more than means area will go outside this line. Area will go outside this line. So this says outside, this also says outside. Now, what is the common region between these two equations? So this complete portion is common. This complete portion will be common. So till now we have done example number 5. So before moving further, let's take a break of 5 minutes, and after that we will be continuing. Okay. So welcome back, guys. Example number 6. Now see the next one. If you require x plus y, x plus 2y is equal to 0. This is the first equation, x plus 2y is equal to 4. And second one is the inequality. First one is the equation and second one is inequation, that is inequality. Now, according to this, what we have to do, we have to form the table and then mark the area. So let's make the table. X plus 2y is equal to 4. Now let's take y is equal to 0. If we have taken y 0, x becomes 4. And if we take x equal to 0, then y becomes 2. So एक बार आपको x की वैल्यू 0 रखनी है, y की वैल्यू आ जाएगी, फिर आपने y को 0 रखा तो x की वैल्यू आ जाएगी. So in this way you can get your result. Similarly for second inequality also, y को 0 रखा, x you got 3, फिर x को 0 रखा, y की वैल्यू -3. So second inequality का रिजल्ट भी आ गया आपके पास. Now what is the next step? The next step is you have to mark the area. So x plus 2y equal to 4. So if you plot this, this becomes the line. Which one? X plus 2y equal to 4. This is the region. This is x plus 2y equal to 4. And other line. This is x minus y equal to 3. Now you have to apply the sign. In first, there is only equation. There is nothing less than or more than. So it will be the single line. But in the second case, it is less than 3. Less than means we have to move towards origin. We have to move towards the origin. So the second one will be towards the origin. So this will be your shaded region. So in this way, you can shade. Okay. So in preparation of table, you can use any number 0, 4, 5, 10, but always try to take simple numbers. Take x as 0, then take y as 0, the simplest way of solving. Now, seventh one, this is again similar. So similar question we have done. Eighth one. Now see, in case of eighth one, it says 3 inequalities are given and all are having not out of which 2 are having the sign less than and one is having the sign more than, right? One is having the sign more than. Then you have to mark. So how you will be marking the graph? So first is 5x plus 4y less than 100. Less than 100. So this is line number 1. Which is line number 1, this one. Let's make the table for the first one. 5x plus 4y equal to 100. Okay. Now, if value of x is 0, then what will be the value of y? Y will be 25. What if y becomes 0? X will become 20. These are the values. Now you can mark this on the graph. Similarly, second says 5x plus y greater than equal to 40. To convert this into equality, now you can mark if x is 0. If x is 0, then y becomes 40. And if y becomes 0, x will become 8. X will become 8. So this is the second one. Then you can write third one also. 3x plus 5y less than equal to 75. Now again, if you put 0 in place of x, if x is 0, y becomes 25. So y becomes 15. And if you put y 0, x becomes 25. तो x और y के प्लेस पे वैल्यू रख करके आपको प्लॉट करना है. नाउ आफ्टर दिस यू कैन फॉर्म द ग्राफ. Now this is the graph. What should be the scale? Since most of the figures are in multiple of 5, so we can also choose multiple of 5, and highest value is 40. So till 40 we have to cover. Or if you want, you can take multiple of 10 also, like 0, then 10, 20, 30, 40. Here also you can take 10, 20, 30, and then 40. Okay, this we have taken. Now, for the first equation, x 0, y 25. So x is 0 and y is 25. Then x 20 and y is 0. X is 20 and y is 0. So this becomes the first line. So let's mark the first line. Now area is which one? 5x plus 4y. It is less than 100. So this will give inside area. Second one, 5x plus 4y equal to 40. So let's mark the second one with other color. Let's take blue color. So x 0 and y 40. So x 0 and then y is 40. And x is 8, y is 0. So you can take x equal to 8 and y as 0. So with the help of ruler, we can mark the line. This is the second one. Now take the third one. Third one is x 0 by 15. So this is 15. And x 25 by 0. Now let's mark this with the ruler. Now in third case, it is less than 75. So inside area will be there. And in the second case, it was more than. Second case was more than. So outside area will be there. So for blue, the area will be outside. Now you can see the common area between them. Now you can see the common area. Okay. And then you will get the answer. So Simon says, thanks a lot. Your way of teaching is fantastic. I had maths in class 12, but my teacher never explained this in this easy way. You are making every concept easier for us. That's great, Simon. And Shika says, this is very easy. Okay. Okay, so now you can mark the shaded region between this area. So is there any common area between them? This blue is going outside, this red is inside, and this green is also inside. So is there any common area which you can choose? So you can see this portion can be the common area, and other constraints are x should be greater than equal to 0, y greater than equal to 0. Therefore, we are lying only in the first quadrant. In the whole chapter, we are mainly lying in the first quadrant because x and y can never be negative. If we talk about output, production, sales, etc., so they can never be negative. So this becomes the required area. Anshika is asking how many days we are getting the books. See, after application, after applying for the books, it normally takes 20 to 30 days. But it depends on stock also. If sometimes stock finishes and new printing is under process, so it might take some more time. So it is always better to download your books from the website and then you can study from there also. And meanwhile, you will get the books. Okay. So ninth is again similar question. It can be done by you 9, 10. Now all you can plot in the similar way. So let's move on the exercise question so that we can do some question from the exercise. Exercise number 3A, we are starting. So let us begin with this. The first one, an employer recruits experienced, which is known as X here, and fresh workmen, which is Y, for his firm under the condition that he cannot employ more than 9 people. 9 लोगों से ज्यादा वो नहीं रख सकता. X and Y can be related by which inequality? तो 9 से ज्यादा नहीं रख सकता, बट 9 रख सकता है. 9 से कम भी पॉसिबल है. That means X और Y का जो टोटल है, that should be less than or equal to 9. So which option is correct? Which option is correct? Option number B. Option number B. Why B? Because cannot employ more than 9. 9 से ज्यादा नहीं कर सकता, but कम तो कर सकता है. Now next one. Second one. Second says on the average, experienced person does 5 units of work. Experience 5 units of work, while a fresh one takes 3 units of work daily. But the employer has to maintain an output of at least 30 units of work per day. 30 यूनिट्स का क्या मेंटेन करना है? आउटपुट मेंटेन करना है. लेकिन 30 के साथ में वर्ड क्या लगा? एटलीस्ट 30, मिनिमम 30. 30 से ज्यादा चलेगा बट 30 से कम नहीं चलेगा. तो एटलीस्ट 30 लिखा है. So what will be the correct equation? Correct inequality. So experience, if you take x, so 5 of x. Fresh we have taken y, so 3 of y. दोनों मिलके कितना काम करना चाहिए? मोर देन और इक्वल टू 30. That is option number C. So C option is correct. And other constraints will come together as x and y can never be negative. So it should be greater than or equal to C. Okay. Now the third one, the rules and regulation demands that employer should employ not more than 5 experienced hands to 1 fresh. Not more than 5 experienced to 1 fresh one. And this fact can be represented as. तो इसको हम कैसे represent करेंगे ये आपको बताना है. So according to this language, what should be done? So employer should not employ more than 5. 5 से ज्यादा नहीं, but कम तो रख सकता है. So if you take 5 times of y and here it is x. So you can write it as 5y 5y and it should be greater than equal to x. Now, this can also be written as y greater than equal to x upon 5. X upon 5. All right. So both the results are same. So you have to tick both A and C. A and C both are correct. Both A and C. Fourth part. The union, however, forbids him to employ less than 2 experienced person to each fresh person. Similar question to what we have done now. Exactly similar question. So forbids to employ less than 2 experience. So you can write 2y, and then less than equal to x. So y will be less than equal to x by 2. So which is the correct option? Option number B. Option number B will be correct. Okay. Now the fifth one. The graph to express inequality x plus y less than equal to 9. So this you have to express. To make the table first, easiest table. If you take x0, y is 9, take y0, x becomes 9. Now from this table, you have to solve. So let's try the first part. This is 9, 0 and then 0, 9. Now which should be the required area? Since it is less than equal to 9, so it will be inside area. The area will be inside. Second is outside, so it is wrong. In third case, no area is marked, so it is also wrong. Therefore, option number A is the correct answer. Option number A is the correct answer. Then the sixth one. 5x plus 3y greater than equal to 30. So 5x plus 3y equal to 30. Form the table. Take x0, y becomes 10. Take y0, x becomes 6. So on one end it should be 6, other end it should be 10. So 6 and 10. And it is greater than sign. Greater than means area will be outside area. Outside area. So in all these three, line is having the same point, but area should be outside. So outside area, so option number C is correct. This outside area is correct. Now the seventh one. In case of 7, the graph to express inequality y less than equal to half x is indicated by. So here how you will mark the area. Which one is correct? Any idea? Anyone guess? Anyone can guess? Which will be the correct option? Which is the correct option? Now see, the line is passing from the origin. The line is passing from the origin. Normally what happens, if we say there is a less than sign, then we will mark towards origin. If it is more than sign, then we mark away from origin. But if line is on the origin, then how do we perform? तो फिर हमें कैसे पता चलेगा? So it is y and less than equal to half of x. Now, if you put any value which is positive, जो कि अगर positive है, 1/1 आपने रखा like 1, 1/2 into 1, it is half. So क्या ये सिस्टम फॉलो कर रहा है? See, if you put half, you can put in this way, y is less than equal to half of x. Now convert this into equality, 1/2 half x. Now if you put x as 1, y becomes half. If you put x as 2, y becomes 1. So क्या ये condition follow हो रही? If you are putting y x as 1 and y you are getting half, then which is greater? कौन सा greater है? X is greater or y is greater? Then you can say that x is greater. So here you can conclude that since we are substituting the value of x and y is less than x, therefore x is greater है, therefore we have to mark the outside area. So outside area हम यहाँ पे mark करेंगे. So in this way you can easily answer. Yes. Now eighth one is important. Such kind of questions normally comes in exams. So eighth part is important. Let us understand this also. Now there are 4 lines, L1, L2, L3, and L4, and for all these 4 graph is already given. So you don't have to draw the graph in exams, graph is already given. But question requires you to find out the equation of these lines. In lines की equation क्या है, ये आपको पता लगाना है. Now check the first inequality, 5x plus 3y and gives 30. First one says less than equal to 30, second is greater than equal to, third greater than equal to, fourth is greater than. Now ये कैसे पता लगेगा कि कौन सा साइन एप्लीकेबल होगा, greater than और less than? So this is basically line number 1. So line number 1 को आप फोकस करें, line number 1, and according to this line कौन सा एरिया मार्क हो रहा है, आउटसाइड या इनसाइड? According to this, the area marked is outside. Area mark कहाँ पे? Outside है. So it will be greater than equal to. It is greater than equal to. So greater than equal to कहाँ available है? Option B and option C. It is available at 2 places. Okay. So option B and C में और कहाँ पर changes है? Let's see that. Second one, x plus y less than equal to 9 and x plus y more than equal to 9. तो कौन सा correct है, less than या more than? So this is line number 2. So for line number 2, the area is basically inside. Area कौन सा marked है? Inside area marked है. So inside area is less than. Less than means option number B is correct. Option number B is correct. Okay. Now, in the next one, second question, you have to form inequalities, like which inequality is correct. So dietitian wishes to mix together 2 kinds of food so that the vitamin content of the mixture is at least 9 units of vitamin A. यहाँ पर आती है main requirement. Vitamin A कितना चाहिए? At least 9. At least 9 means minimum 9 units. 9 से ज्यादा चलेगा, 9 भी चलेगा, but 9 से कम नहीं चलेगा. Then it requires 7 units of vitamin B and 10 units of vitamin C, 12 units of vitamin D. इन सब के आगे जो कॉमन वर्ड लगा है दैट इज एटलीस्ट. तो एटलीस्ट एक कॉमन वर्ड है जो सबके आगे यूज. तो एटलीस्ट 9, एटलीस्ट 7, एटलीस्ट 10, एटलीस्ट 12. तो एटलीस्ट मतलब मिनिमम इतना होना ही चाहिए, इससे ज्यादा होगा तो चलेगा, मतलब ग्रेटर देन साइन का यूज होगा. अब ग्रेटर देन कहां कहां पर यूज हो रहा है? यू कैन सी ऑप्शन नंबर बी, सी एंड डी, एंड इन ऑल द 4 केसेस इट शुड बी ग्रेटर देन. all 4 cases it should be greater than. So option number B में second equation is less than, so it is wrong. In option C, third equation is less than, it is wrong. In fourth case, all the 4 options are greater than. Therefore, option number D will be correct. Option number D will be correct. तो आपको ऑलवेज ये देखना है एटलीस्ट का मतलब क्या होता है. एटलीस्ट मतलब इससे ज्यादा, ग्रेटर देन, मोर देन वाला साइन यहाँ पे यूज होगा फॉर ईच एंड एवरी इनइक्वालिटी. देयरफॉर ऑप्शन नंबर डी विल बी करेक्ट. Now the third one. Graph is given, 4 lines are also given, and you have to mark the common region indicated on the diagram is expressed by which inequalities. Now see, common area कौन सा given है यहाँ पे? The common area is outside L1, it is outside L2, outside L3, outside L4. So the common area is outside L1, L2, L3 and 4. So outside for all. Therefore, the sign should be greater than for all the 4 inequalities. Greater than for all inequalities. So first option is wrong. Second is also wrong. Third one is having all the greater than signs. Therefore, option number C is correct. Right? तो सिंपली क्या करना है आपको? साइन चेक करना है, साइन कहां पे होगा, ग्रेटर देन होगा या लेस देन होगा, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली यू विल गेट द आंसर. ऑलराइट. Now comes the fourth one. Fourth में फिर से आपको यही करना है, and let me know the answer which is correct. The common region satisfied by the inequality L1. L1 is having greater than sign, so it will be outside. So L1 outside. L2 is also greater than, so outside. L3 greater than, outside. L4 less than, L4 will be inside. So 3 will be greater than, L1, L2, L3, and L4 will be inside. So L4 here is inside and all other are outside. More than L1, more than L2, more than L3. Okay, so therefore option number A is correct. So this was question number 4. Now comes question number 5. The region indicated by the shading in the graph is expressed by inequalities. So this time graph is given and you have to show the correct inequality. One is outside, other is inside. One is more than, other will be less than. So clearly in second option, both are less than, so it is wrong. In third option, both are more than, so it is wrong. Now, in D option, x1 and x2 is not written. Non-negative constants is not written, therefore it is wrong. and hence you can select option number A. Simply, you can easily cancel out the wrong option and you will be left with the correct option. And now if you want, you can verify also. 2 and 2 is given. So this coordinate is basically 2, 0 and this is 0, 2. So if you put the values 0 plus 2 or 2 plus 0, it will give you the same result. So for question number 5, option number A is correct. So everyone has given the answer. Tamanna, Anshika Jain, Varun Verma, Renu, Saloni Sharma, Gautam, Om Gupta, Mansi, Mahi, Riya Kumari, Priyanshu, great. So everyone is correct. Now comes sixth one. The inequalities represented by one of the graph shown below. So x1 and x2 both are greater than equal to 0. Then it means it is first quadrant. So first quadrant, the shaded area should be first quadrant for both of them. For both of them. Therefore, option number B is correct. Option number B is correct. Okay. Sakshi says, please teach 5 again. See, in 5, one area was marked outside and other was inside. So outside means greater than sign will be used. Inside means less than sign will be used. So option number B, both are less than, so it is rejected. Option number C, both are more than, so it is rejected. Now you can check option number A. The one which is having 2 value, it is less than. So less than sign is used. Other one having the 4 value, you can put and satisfy the equation 2x1 plus 2x2 greater than equal to 8. So for this, it is greater than. Therefore, option number A is correct. Also, x1 should be greater than equal to 0 and x2 is also greater than equal to 0. So all these conditions are written in option number A. Therefore, A is correct. Okay, now comes the second part. Graph is given and you have to see which option is correct. Graph is given and which option is correct. So Om Gupta has given option number C and others are giving option number B. It says x1 minus x2 greater than equal to 1. x1 minus x2 greater than equal to 1. Then x1 plus x2 less than equal to 1. Now, which one is correct? Third says x1 plus x2 greater than equal to 1. Now, these option number B and C are exactly opposite. One is less than, other is more than. So, which option seems to be correct? Which option seems to be correct? Because area marked is outside. Area mark कौन सा है? Outside वाला area है. तो outside वाला अगर area है, that means it should be greater than. तो greater than sign किसमें given है? Option number C में given है. x1 plus x2 should be greater than equal to 1. Therefore, option number C is correct. Option number C is the correct answer. So Saloni has given correct. Ritu, Varun, Rajkumar, Vedjyoti, Ruhani. So option number C is correct. Third one, the inequality minus x1 plus 2x2 less than equal to 0 is indicated on the graph as. इसको ग्राफ पे हम कैसे इंडिकेट करेंगे? All right. So again, you have to check which is the correct option. Line is passing through the origin. जब line origin से pass होती है, you have to substitute the value and check your result. So minus x1 plus 2x2 and it is less than equal to 0. So which option should be correct? कौन सा रिजल्ट करेक्ट होगा? Okay, Saima Praveen and if option A in the previous question is also having more than sign. Okay, let's clarify that also. See, here the values are 1 and 1. So this 1 denotes the coordinate is 1 comma 0 and here the coordinate is 0 comma 1. So if you put the value here, that means if you put 1 minus 0 and 0 minus 1, then whether this condition is satisfied or not, minus 1 is greater than 1, whether this condition is correct. No, this condition is not correct in every case. If x1 is 0 and x2 is 1, that means the condition is not satisfied. Therefore, option number A is not correct. So always आपको क्या चेक करना है? Condition should be satisfied. Condition अगर satisfy होगी तभी वो correct होगा, otherwise नहीं होगा. So here also third one, you have to check your condition. कौन सी condition आप follow करेंगे? So minus of x1 plus 2x2 and it should be less than equal to 0. Now you can check and let me know which is correct. कौन सा result correct है? For the third part. Riddhi Sahas says option number A is correct. How A is correct? Anyone? Anyone? ऐसा कोई person जो बता सके option A correct क्यों है? Why option number A is correct and why others are incorrect? See clearly option number C is not correct because वहाँ पे shaded area नहीं है. Shading is not done. Now from option number A and B only we have to choose. तो A क्यों है और B क्यों नहीं है? Yes, anyone? Because x1 is greater than x2, says Yasha. Yasha says x1 is greater than x2, therefore it is moving towards x1. So if you put the values, let's say minus x1 plus 2x2 and it is equal to 0 you have put. Now substitute the value. If x1 is 0, then x2 becomes 0. Then if we say x1 is 1, x2 becomes 1 by 2. If you put x1 as 2, x1 becomes 1. So clearly it shows that x1 is greater than or equal to x2. x1 is greater than or equal to x2. So therefore, which option will be correct? X1, that is option number A. So Vidita says A is correct because it is less than, and less than means shaded area could be inside. Okay. So everyone has given the answer. Option number A is correct. Right. Now, seventh one is again similar question to above what we have done previously. Area diagram is given and you have to see which of the signs are correct. So in most of the cases, it is away from origin, that is greater than, L3 should be greater than, L2 greater than, L3 greater than, L4, it is away from origin, so again greater than, L1 greater than. So by seeing this, you can select your best option. So which one is correct? Option number B, since all are moving towards outside, so therefore greater than signs are correct. Except the last one, because last one is having inside sign. The area is inside. So inside, so last one is common in all the options. So option number B is correct. Option number B will be correct. So everyone has given the answer. Devjyoti, Podar, Mansi, Gautam, Saloni, Pratyush, Janvi, Anshika, Om Gupta, and Sakshi. Great. Perfect. Now, 8.1. A firm make two type of products, type A and type B. The profit on product A is rupees 20 each, and on product B, it is rupees 30 each. Both types are processed on the machines M1, M2, and M3, and time required in hours is given per week. Now, the constraints can be formulated taking x1 number of units of A and x2 number of units for B. So accordingly, you can form the constraints now. So how many hours are available and what are the constraints? So for machine 1, available time is 36 hours. For machine 2, 50 hours. For machine C, 60 hours. So this is the maximum time which is available. So therefore, sign used will be less than equal to. Sign used will be less than equal to. So 3x1 plus 3x2, it should be less than equal to 36. In second case, 5x1, 2x2 less than equal to 50. Third one, 2x1 plus 6x2 less than equal to 60. So option number clearly C is correct. Option number C is correct. Now the ninth one, again this you can answer. L1 is having less than sign, so inside. L2 less than inside. L3 less than inside. L1, L2, L3, all the three are inside. And x1 and x2 should be greater than equal to 0. So which is correct? Clearly, option number B is correct. So all these three lines are inside. So option number B is correct. Then Sakshi is asking why it is less than 8 in 8 sum. See, because time available is 36 hours per week. Time is not more than 36 hours. This is not given. Time is 36 hours. So you can use up to 36 hours. You can take 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 36, but not more than 36. So time available is less than equal to 36. Okay. Similarly, less than equal to 50 and less than equal to 60. This is the availability of time. And now the 10th one, the common region satisfying the set of inequalities. So L1 is less than, L2 less than, L3 greater than. So L1 and L2 inside, L3 outside, L3 outside. So which one is correct? Option number Om is saying A option, Mansi A, Saloni A. Everyone has given option number A. So whether A is correct or not. Yes, A is correct. Inside L1, inside L2, outside L3. So A is the common region. Therefore, A is correct. Right. So everyone has given the answer. That's great going. So also there are some additional questions. You can also simplify that also. So let's do some questions from additional also. Okay, there are only two questions of additional question bank. Let's do this. Now, question one says on solving the inequalities, we get the following situation. So four situations are there, and you have to see which is the correct one. So put only those which are different. Okay. So you have to see which all of the following satisfy the equations. इनमें से कौन सा ऐसा ऑप्शन है जो सारी इक्वेशन को satisfy करता है? This you have to check. So 0 and 0 is common for all. So no need to check 0 0. इसको check नहीं करना है. Now you can check 0 and 4. 0 and 4 अगर आपने check किया 2 into 0 plus 5 into 4 less than equal to 20. So it is giving 20 less than equal to 20. Condition क्या satisfy हो रही है? Yes, because both the sides 20 is there. In between equal to का sign available है. तो 0,4 satisfy करता है. So 0,4 is correct. What about 4,0? 2 into 4 plus 5 into 0 less than equal to 20. So 8 is less than equal to 20. 8 20 से कम है. क्या ये satisfy करता है? Of course satisfy करता है. So 4,0 is also correct. Now check the last option. 20 by 11. So 2 into 20 by 11 plus 5 into 36 by 11. And now check whether it is less than 20 or not. So 40 plus 180 upon 11. So 220 by 11 gives 20 and 20 is less than equal to 20. Again satisfied. So option number A के सारे coordinates satisfy कर रहे हैं. Therefore option number A is the correct answer. Option number A is the correct answer. Kavita Srilvi says, how can we clarify our old exercise doubts? You can send all your doubts on the application Students Clinic. So regularly we solve all the doubts on this Students Clinic app. Okay. Now, similarly, second question also you can solve. Just try the options and see which one satisfies. कौन satisfy करता है. So start with option number A and check whether it satisfies or not. 0,18. So 6 into 0 plus 18 is greater than equal to 18. Yes, satisfied. Put 12,0. 12 plus 4 into 0 greater than equal to 12. Yes, satisfied. Then you can try 4 and 2. You can try in any equation. So 6 into 4 plus 2. How much we are getting? 26 greater than equal to 18. Yes, satisfied. Then put 2 comma 6. 6 into 2 plus 6 should be greater than equal to 18. So again, satisfied. So option number A is satisfying the equation. Therefore, A is the correct answer. Okay. So in this way, you can easily answer. So now we have completed the chapter linear inequalities. Now in the next class, we will be doing the most important chapter, which is time value of money, the highest weighted chapter, approximately 12 to 16 marks. So highest weighted chapter is there. So we will be starting with that time value of money. So do not miss that chapter. It is very much important. So till then, complete this today's chapter. Try all the questions, do by yourself. In case of doubt, you can ask. And then we will be starting with our next chapter, time value of money. So till then, bye everyone. Take care and see you soon.